Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to each and every one of you. We are continuing our conference with the participation of the third panel, and this one will deal mainly with the negative impact that the Cuban economic policies will have on the Cuban workforce. We have three very distinguished panelists whom I will introduce in due time. But first of all, I want to refer to the historic fact that we lived through the press conference and the three organizations that are present, this CTIC, the CTC, and CONIC, who have prepared this historic document by which they have created the coalition of independent unions of Cuba, with the objective of unifying the labor force and to bring back certain policies and economic policies that, as you will see, you will find in this resolution, and which will be distributed to you. Now you have here the letter from the leader of the Australian unit, Australian workers, and also some other aspects of the Cuban. I will not read it because it was read during the press conference, and perhaps you can take a copy in English and in Spanish so that you can see how important this document is. It is most important for us because those of us who are helping the Cuban Union movement from outside are going to be able to help more effectively if we have a greater spirit of coalition. Now we will have the third panel. First and foremost, I would like to introduce my dear friend, Dr. Orlando Gutierrez. Welcome. You arrived just on time. Thank you. Now we can begin. I am of the railroads, so I'm always speaking of a train arriving on time. I shall briefly introduce the three distinguished panelists who are here with us today. First, I would like to introduce someone who doesn't need an introduction. He truly merits it. Yes, he deserves it. But he is the most well-known historian of the Cuban Union movement. He has written innumerable books and publications, and he is known worldwide as a true sage person in the international conventions of the ILO, and I, who have had so many years of unionism and working for the unions, and I don't know anybody who knows about the ILO and about these conventions and these labor issues as much as this professor, whom I thank very much for having taken the time, and also to thank you for everything you have done, not only for Cuba, but also for many other Latin American countries, because so that they can have true codes of conduct for their unions. You have the floor.